Good morning everyone. Welcome to the English class. Do you love to travel? Do you love to travel to new places and meet new people? See, when some guests come to your home, how do you receive them? No matter what, a guest should never feel weird, out of place or unwelcomed. You should genuinely make them feel comfortable, welcomed, honored and appreciated. Greet them at the dawn and welcome them with a warm smile. Give them a drink or give some water to quench their thirst. Strike a conversation and make them comfortable. A really simple and tasty way to make a guest feel at home is to cook a meal or bake something for them. And when they're about to leave, we can gift them something very simple. Who is a traveler? Someone who goes on a journey or who travels a lot is a traveler. Today, we are going to learn a new story. It's called Two Travelers. This is a picture story describing the generosity and kindness of a gentleman who loved to serve food, water and shelter to the travelers who passed his home. All of you please take your English reader and turn to page number 74. Let's read the story. Please look into your book. Chaudhary Hari Singh lived in a village in Haryana. His house was next to the main road, so every day a few travelers came to look for water, food or shelter. Hari Singh happily served them with what they wanted. So there was a man named Chaudhary Hari Singh who lived in a village in Haryana. And his house was next to a main road, so there were a lot of people who were passing by that road. So he was one person who loved to provide water, food and shelter for those in need, for the travelers who were passing his home. So Hari Singh would be very happy when the travelers ate to their heart's content. He would sit before them and watch them enjoying their meal. Do you need anything else? So he used to prepare tasty food for the travelers who would visit his home on their journey. He loved to serve food to them and he enjoyed watching them eat to their full stomach. One day, no traveler comes to his house. Hari Singh is upset. He goes to a small eatery nearby and waits for some travelers to show up. So every day, Hari Singh would have some visitors who were travelers. But one day, nobody came to his home and he was very sad about this and he went to a small eatery nearby his home. An old man from the eatery notices Hari Singh waiting for a long time. So there was this old man at the eatery who noticed Hari Singh was sitting there waiting for a long time. So he said to Hari Singh, "It's almost 3 o'clock, sir. Please eat something." So Hari Singh was sitting there for a long time without eating anything. And when the old man said this to him, what did Hari Singh reply? He said, "But I always eat only after feeding 2 travelers every day." So Hari Singh used to have at least 2 travelers at his home every day and he would eat only after feeding meals to them. But then this day no one had come to his home and he was very sad about it and he could not eat anything. The old man brings 2 dolls made from sugar for Hari Singh. "Sir, consider these your travelers today. Take them home and give them some food and then eat." So this old man was feeling very empathetic to Hari Singh. So what did he do? He gave 2 dolls made of sugar to Hari Singh. And this old man suggested Hari Singh that please consider these 2 dolls as Hari Singh's travelers for that day and feed them some food. And after that, Hari Singh can also eat. Let's see the next page. Take page number 76. Hari Singh waits for travelers at the eatery every day. If nobody shows up, he takes the 2 sugar dolls that the old man gives him and feeds them. He then eats his lunch. So this continued. Travelers have stopped coming to Hari Singh's house. But he has these 2 sugar dolls that the old man from the eatery gave him. And what would he do? He would give food to these sugar dolls first and after that he would eat his meal. Once in a while, after Hari Singh has brought the sugar dolls to feed them, travelers show up at his door. On those days, he gives the dolls to his son Ramu to eat. The boy starts waiting for the days when he could eat the traveler dolls. Once Hari Singh started giving food to these sugar dolls, travelers have resumed coming to his home. And when he does not have any visitors or travelers at home, he would give food that he had saved for these travelers to these dolls, and then he would eat. And when he does have travelers or visitors at his home, he would give these sugar dolls to his son Ramu to eat. And Ramu would wait for the visitors to come to their home so that he can eat these dolls. One day, two travelers knock on Hari Singh's door. Sir, can we spend a few hours at your house? We are very tired. Sure, please come inside. I will arrange for some food for you. So one day, two travelers come to Hari Singh's home, two visitors, and they ask him if they can spend a few hours at Hari Singh's home. And Hari Singh readily agreed, and he also said that he will prepare something for them to eat. While Hari Singh is sitting in his courtyard talking to the travelers, his son Ramu joins them. So Hari Singh is making the travelers feel comfortable by having a conversation with them. And then his son Ramu enters the courtyard where they were sitting. Father, can I eat the two travelers now? Not now, let them eat first. So what does Ramu ask him? Ramu is asking his father if he can eat the two travelers. And then Hari Singh replies that he should wait for the two people, for the two visitors to finish eating, and then Ramu can eat the two travelers. But then what happened? The two visitors got scared. The two travelers are scared and immediately run away from Hari Singh's house. Come back, please stop. What happened? When Ramu asked this question to Hari Singh, the travelers got scared that his son Ramu is going to eat them. But Ramu was asking about the sugar dolls or the traveler dolls. Soon the villagers surround them. They think the travelers have stolen things from Hari Singh's house. Please save our lives. This man and his son were planning to eat us. So when the villagers saw these two people running away from Hari Singh's home, they immediately surrounded these two people, the two travelers. And then these two people were asking the help of these villagers to save them from Hari Singh and his son Ramu, because they thought that Hari Singh and Ramu were going to eat them alive. Hari Singh tells the villagers and the travelers the entire story. Everyone laughs and goes their way. The two travelers return to Hari Singh's house. No sir, these are the sugar dolls that my son Ramu was asking to eat. He calls them travelers. What happened? Hari Singh explains to the villagers and the travelers the story behind the sugar dolls and what Ramu was asking about. So everyone went into a hilarious laugh hearing the story. And then Hari Singh showed the two sugar dolls that Ramu was talking about. So children, did you like the story? Please read the story once again. And as an activity for the day, there is a do and learn activity given in page number 73 of your textbook. You can see this page there. You have to read the story, The Gingerbread Man, given below. And then below that you can see a question. You have to create a fact sheet. It is given there as fact, but it is fact, F-A-C-T, fact sheet on our national bird, the peacock. Find out where it lives, what it eats, its lifespan, etc. Also find out why it had been chosen as our national bird. You have to make a fact sheet about our national bird, peacock. You can include details such as where it lives and how long it will live and why it was chosen as the national bird for our country. You can create the fact sheet on a chart paper or even on an A4 size paper. So that's all for today children. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, bye.